Hi there. So there's a takedown which is documented across lots of manuals where you hook the opponent's knee with your weapon or your hand sometimes and throw him off balance. This is one which a lot of people seem to have trouble with. Now I'm going to do a breakdown of the technique and try to provide the context of one way that it could work, that you could get into it. Because the problem is very often when people look at it, they start saying, okay, what am I doing here? But you kind of have to first start with, how do I get there? Okay? So, I've previously talked a little bit about how the strong of the dagger blade is comparatively small compared to its size. And how the opponent, in a dagger-on-dagger context of course, the opponent's strong and weak is actually located on his lower arm rather than on his blade, because we don't have blade-on-blade contact to any degree. So this is his weak and this is his strong. And if you look closely at the technique that I'm about to show you, you will see that my partner, who's doing the technique, he's contacting with a cross block, which is essentially the same as half swording, i.e. you're increasing the strong of your blade. He is contacting me in what would be the middle if this was my blade. He's actually contacting me here. Now this is important because what we have to realize is that this is a plastic trainer, but if this is supposed to have a triangular section. Now if it was a proper triangular section, this would actually be pointy at this part, right? Some of these rondel daggers, almost 50% of them, actually have a functional edge, so that would actually be even better in this case. So what happens when when he contacts my lower arm with this point here is that I have a very good reason for retracting my arm. So if you look closely, it will look like I am retracting my arm away from his dagger without proper purpose. But the purpose, the reason for me doing it, is because he would be threatening me with actually shaving off parts of my lower arm. So the threat of pain and injury automatically makes me want to retract my arm. When I retract my arm because of this, then he with his left hand attacks my elbow and then goes in for the takedown. So in this scenario, in order to get into this technique, you have to kind of play along with something that isn't there in a trainer for safety reasons. So if this was sharp, I would very much love to take my hand away from the pain and the potential injury. That creates the opportunity to take me off balance by manipulating my elbow. So look closely and see how that makes the entry for doing this takedown. So what you'll see is that he actually has basically broken my balance. I'm almost falling already. So the hooking with the leg or the knee is actually just the icing on the cake. That's the little drop that makes the fall more controlled and perhaps more devastating. But what's breaking my balance is actually the threat of the point towards my lower arm. Okay? So I hope this makes sense and enjoy.